people are actually saying Newcastle need to upgrade. Now, it's really interesting when you say that, because actually your man, Moussa Diaby, looks like an absolute belter of a signing, but for whatever reason, Newcastle didn't follow up their interest in him. Brennan Johnson has been linked to Spurs today. He's a man who can play out there on the right. He can play up top. He can play anywhere kind of across the forward line. £50 million, though. He scored 8 goals debut season. I mean, that's a lot of money. I'm a big fan of him. He would be a great upgrade, and he's versatile. But Newcastle United, Eddie Howe, for whatever reason, think they've got enough on that right. You know, you've got Jacob Murphy, you've got Gordon, you've got Barnes who can play there as well. It's clearly not a priority. I guess that means it's just a big few months up until January for Miggy to rediscover that goal scoring touch he found at the start of last season.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think there's absolutely no question that he saved his Newcastle career last year with that purple patch in front of goal. Obviously got himself a new contract, but now he's got to do it all over again. He generally has to find similar, if not better, goal scoring form to keep his waist in the side, because I think, he can only live off that form last season so long. Fans know this. You already sort of look at that position on the right as somewhere that they could further down the line strengthen. As Truel says, I think in time he might become a squad player in this team. I think Geordie Toon for Life just summed it up here. Barnes has never played on the right in his career. I've seen lots of people calling for him to start on the right. I've seen lots of people for Gordon to start on the right. How often have we seen Eddie Howe play these players on the right? It's just complete speculation. Funny enough, though, and it'd be interesting to get your take on this, although I think I know the answer. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter in the last couple of days calling for Jacob Murphy to start against Brighton.
Now, we've been here before. Cost you a Nando's.
Yeah, I don't really want to be doing that again.
No, because I think Miggy was just so unfortunate that to drop him, because that's what it would be. Eddie Howe could call it resting, but no, it would be to drop him would be very unfortunate. And Eddie Howe doesn't change his side anywhere unless he needs to. I can't see, especially given the players that Brighton have and the way that Brighton play. Murphy puts in a shift, but Almiron puts in a bigger shift than most people on that pitch in terms of getting up and down and tracking back and doing what he needs to do. I mean, defensively disciplined he really is. I think you remove him from the team against a side like Brighton, and I think you would see a difference.
Yeah, look, I think I'm going to agree with you. I think I would start with Brighton. I don't think he's done enough to be dropped. I thought he was, as you said, I don't think he was their most promising option on Sunday, but he was certainly up there, but maybe, closely behind Anthony Gordon. But even though I would start him, he's maybe creeping towards, borrowed time. He needs to have a good run of form to keep himself in this team, I think.